My beloved child, stop right now. Do not rush past this moment. Do not treat this as another message, another sound, another video passing across your eyes. I brought you here on purpose. This was not a coincidence. This was not random. You did not arrive at these words by accident, and you are not hearing this at an empty hour. Heaven has interrupted your day because you are standing closer to the next door than you realize. Listen to me carefully. The next door is not far away. It is not theoretical. It is not reserved for some distant season when everything finally feels perfect. It is beginning to open now, right now, while you are listening, while your heart is still carrying questions, while your mind is still trying to understand what has been delayed. I am already moving on the other side of what you cannot see. The handle is turning, the hinges are shifting. The atmosphere around you is changing because the door I have appointed for you is beginning to respond to my command. But my child, every door from heaven requires more than curiosity. You cannot approach a divine door casually and expect to walk through it carelessly. You must be ready. You must be awake. You must be obedient. You must discern what I am doing and refuse what the enemy is sending to pull your attention away. There are doors I open that require your faith before your feelings agree. There are doors I open that require you to release what has already ended. There are doors I open that require you to move before every detail is visible. I have seen you praying. I have heard the questions you whispered when no one was near. I have watched you wait longer than you expected to wait. You have felt delayed, but you were not forgotten. You have felt stuck, but you were not abandoned. You have sensed that something was changing, even though the evidence around you still looked the same. You wondered why certain things had not moved yet. You wondered why certain people left. You wondered why one door closed so suddenly, why one opportunity dried up, why one conversation shifted, why one season became too narrow for you to stay in. I know, I saw it all, and I am telling you now, what felt like delay was preparation. What felt like silence was alignment. What felt like rejection was protection. What felt like the end was not the end. It was the threshold. You were not standing in failure. You were standing before a door that could not open until your heart was ready to enter without dragging the old season behind you. So the question before you is not only, will I open the door? I am already opening it. The question is, what must you do before the next door fully opens? What must you release? What must you obey? What must you discern? What must you stop entertaining? What must you believe before the proof appears? Stay with me until the very end, because I am going to show you how to recognize the door, how to refuse the distraction, how to step when the window opens, and how to walk forward without looking back. Right now, before the main revelation begins, make this act of agreement. Press the like button as a sign that your heart is agreeing with what heaven is releasing. Subscribe if you believe I am speaking in this season and you do not want to miss the next instruction. And in the comments, write these words: I am ready for the next door. This is not just a comment. This is your declaration at the threshold. This is you saying, I will not miss what God is opening for me. Write it now, my child. I am ready for the next door. The moment has begun. My child, hear me now. Before your finger ever touched this message, before your eyes ever saw these words, before your heart even understood why you felt pulled to stop and listen, I was already arranging this moment. Heaven was not surprised by your arrival. Angels were not wondering if you would make it here. I knew the exact second this message would reach you, and I knew the condition of your heart when it did. This was not a coincidence. This was not random. This was not the algorithm choosing you. This was not a mistake, and this was not ordinary timing. This was divine timing, meeting a prepared heart. You may have thought you were just scrolling. You may have thought you were just listening. You may have thought this was another message among many. But I am telling you, my beloved child, I guided you here because there is a door in front of you that has already been scheduled in the Spirit. There are doors that do not open because people force them. There are doors that do not open because someone begs long enough, strives hard enough, or manipulates the circumstances enough. The door I am placing before you opens by appointment. It opens when heaven says now. It opens when preparation has completed its hidden work. It opens when the old season has finished what it was assigned to teach you. It opens when your faith is ready to move without needing every detail explained first. And this is why you have been feeling pressure. This is why your emotions have felt heavier than usual. This is why you have felt restless in places that used to feel familiar. This is why conversations that once satisfied you no longer settle your spirit. This is why certain routines feel too small now. You are not losing yourself. You are standing between an old season and a new assignment. One part of you remembers what was, but another part of you can feel what I am calling you into. That tension is not punishment. That tension is transition. You have been asking, why do I feel like something is about to happen? Why do I feel like I cannot stay where I am? Why do I keep hearing the same kind of message, seeing the same kind of sign, feeling the same pull in prayer? My child, those were not empty feelings. Those were not emotional accidents. Those were confirmations. I have been speaking to you through the restlessness, through the repeated words, through the sudden closures, through the doors that shut and somehow no longer broke you the way they once would have. Look closely at what has already been happening. There are things you used to cry over that no longer hold the same power over you. There are people you used to chase whose absence now gives you peace. There are places you once begged me to keep open that you now understand had to close. There are dreams returning to your heart that you thought disappointment had buried. There is a growing sense inside you that something is shifting, even if you cannot yet name it. That is not confusion. That is your spirit recognizing movement before your eyes see manifestation. I have seen the tears you tried to wipe away quickly. I have heard the prayers you could barely speak. I have watched the nights when you stared into silence and wondered if I was still listening. I saw the disappointment you carried when the answer did not come the way you expected. I saw the moments when you almost stopped believing, when you almost accepted less, when you almost told yourself that maybe the door was not for you. But I did not forget you. I did not misplace your promise. I did not overlook your obedience. While you were waiting, I was working. While you were healing, I was arranging. While you were being stripped of what could not go with you, I was preparing what was assigned to meet you. The door has not appeared by chance. It has been scheduled. Now listen carefully. An appointed door still requires recognition. I can open it, but you must discern it. I can unlock it, but you must walk through it. I can place the opportunity in front of you, send the confirmation, move the person, shift the circumstance, and release the provision. But I will not force your feet across the threshold. Faith must respond. Obedience must move. Your yes must meet my now. So do not call this season random. Do not call this pressure meaningless. Do not call this stirring anxiety when it is awakening. Heaven has been arranging this moment longer than you know. The door has been scheduled, my child, and you are not late. You are standing exactly where I knew you would be, at the exact time I appointed, with a heart that has been prepared to recognize what I am opening next. But now, my child, you must understand the responsibility that comes with an appointed door. Before the next door opens fully, you must release the door I have already shut. You cannot keep one hand on what ended and one hand stretched toward what I am beginning. You cannot ask me for the new while your heart is still negotiating with the old. You cannot step into the place I prepared while your soul is still standing in front of the place I closed. Listen carefully, my child. I did not close that door to punish you. I closed it to position you. I did not allow that relationship to shift because I wanted to wound you. I allowed it because I was protecting what I placed inside you. I did not let that opportunity collapse because I forgot your need. I closed it because it would have drained you, distracted you, or damaged you in a way you could not yet see. You saw an ending. I saw a rescue. You saw rejection. I saw protection. You saw a locked door. I saw a path that could not carry the weight of your calling. There are some things you begged me to reopen, but if I had reopened them, they would have pulled you backward. There are some people you asked me to return, but if they had returned unchanged, they would have repeated the same cycle in your life. There are some places you cried over, but those places were too narrow for the person I was forming in you. There are some rooms you wanted to stay in because they were familiar, but familiar does not always mean blessed. Familiar does not always mean safe. Familiar does not always mean assigned. This is where many of my children get delayed, not because I have not opened the next door, but because they are still staring at the last one. They keep rehearsing the conversation that hurt them. They keep replaying the moment it fell apart. They keep asking why it did not work, why they were not chosen, why the promise seemed to pass them by. They keep touching the handle of a door that no longer carries grace, hoping it will open again, while heaven is calling them forward into something greater. My beloved child, do not let grief become an altar to what I have already finished. Do not let disappointment become your address. Do not let regret convince you that the best part of your life is behind you. The enemy wants you to believe that because something ended, your future ended with it. That is a lie. Your future did not die at that closed door. Your future was protected by it. Your destiny was not canceled. Your destiny was redirected. I know the attachments that make release hard. I know the fear of starting over. I know how heavy it feels to begin again after you gave your strength, your time, your love, your loyalty, your prayers, and your hope to something that did not become what you believed it would become. I know the ache of looking at lost time and wondering if you wasted years. I know the confusion of still caring for people who wounded you. I know the anxiety that rises when you cannot see what is next, and the old season, even with its pain, feels more familiar than the unknown. But hear me, familiar bondage can feel less frightening than unfamiliar freedom. The enemy knows this. Right before a new door opens, he will often make the old season look safe again. He will remind you of the good moments and hide the chains. He will show you the comfort and hide the cost. He will whisper, maybe it was not that bad. Maybe you should go back. Maybe you should reach out again. Maybe you should shrink yourself one more time. Maybe you should settle, because at least you know what that pain feels like. Do not be deceived. Not every familiar voice is a sign to return. Not every sudden memory is a confirmation. Not every open crack in an old door is from me. Sometimes the enemy reopens a pathway I close just enough to test whether you have truly healed. Sometimes he sends a reminder from the old season because he senses that your feet are almost ready to cross into the new. He attacks the threshold by tempting you with what you survived. This is why I am speaking to you now. Stop rehearsing what failed. Stop building your identity around what did not stay. Stop measuring your worth by who did not recognize you, who did not choose you, who did not honor you, who did not understand what I placed inside you. Their blindness does not cancel your calling. Their absence does not erase my presence. Their decision does not overrule my decree. I need your hands free, my child. I need your heart available. I need your eyes lifted. The next door cannot be entered with both hands still gripping the door I already closed. Release the handle. Release the argument. Release the apology you never received. Release the timeline you thought had been ruined. Release the version of the future that depended on people I never assigned to carry you into it. And begin preparing for what I am releasing next. Prepare your speech. Prepare your spirit. Prepare your schedule. Prepare your obedience. Prepare your expectation. Do not sit in ashes when I am calling you to the threshold. Do not keep mourning what I removed when I am sending what I ordained. Do not keep asking me to bless what I have already buried. I am not taking you backward. I am bringing you forward. Right now, say within your heart, I release the closed door. Say it with faith. Say it with surrender. Say it even if your emotions are still catching up. I release the closed door. I receive the next door. This is not weakness. This is obedience. This is not denial. This is alignment. This is you telling heaven, I will not miss what God is opening, because I am still attached to what God closed. My child, the old door had its purpose. It taught you. It shaped you. It revealed what needed healing. It showed you what you could no longer carry, but it is not your future. The grace has lifted from it because the assignment has ended. Do not keep standing where grace has lifted when I am calling you where favor is waiting. Take your hands off what ended. Turn your face toward what is opening. The next door is moving, but you must be free enough to enter. Now, my child, I am giving you the first key. Listen carefully, because this key will separate those who only admire the door from those who actually walk through it. The first key is obedience before evidence. Not obedience after every detail is explained. Not obedience after every fear is gone. Not obedience after every person agrees. Obedience before evidence. There are many who stand before an open door and still miss it because they demand to see the entire room before they take the first step. They say, show me how it will work. Show me who will be there. Show me where the provision will come from. Show me the outcome before I move. But my child, I often give direction before I give details. I often give the instruction before I show the full path. I often whisper the next step while the rest of the staircase is still hidden from your natural eyes. This is why faith is required at the threshold. When heaven opens a door, you may not see the whole room yet, but you will know, my hand is on the handle. You may not know every conversation that will happen inside that door, You may not know every resource that will meet you there. You may not know who will recognize you, who will help you, who will make room for you, who will confirm what I placed inside you. But deep in your spirit, you will know this is not ordinary. You will know this is not random. You will know something in the atmosphere has shifted, and I am calling you to move. Do not confuse obedience with panic. Panic runs because fear is screaming. Obedience moves because I have spoken. Panic is frantic. Obedience is aligned. Panic tries to force a door open. Obedience responds when I begin to open it. I am not calling you to rush ahead of me. I am not calling you to create chaos. I am calling you to stop delaying the instruction I have already placed in your spirit. You know what I have been whispering, my child. You know the forgiveness I have been asking you to release. You know the words I have been telling you to stop speaking over your own life. You know the paperwork that needs to be prepared. You know the message that needs to be sent. You know the call that needs to be made. You know the application that needs to be submitted again. You know the door you were afraid to knock on because the last answer disappointed you. You know the reaction I have been telling you to surrender before you damage something with your emotions. Forgive quickly. Stop speaking defeat. Prepare the documents. Send the message. Make the call. Apply again. Pray before reacting. Move when I instruct you. These are not small things in the spirit. These are keys. These are signals. These are the actions that tell heaven, my child is ready to obey before the full picture is visible. The enemy hates this kind of obedience because he knows obedience unlocks movement. He does not need to destroy the door if he can keep you frozen in front of it. He will whisper, you are not qualified. He will whisper, it is too late. He will whisper, you are too wounded. He will whisper, you are too ordinary for a divine door. He will remind you of the last failure. He will bring up the last rejection. He will use your own memories as chains around your feet and call it wisdom. Do not believe him. Your qualification is not in your perfection. Your qualification is in my calling. Your timing is not ruined because people delayed you. Your life is not too broken for me to use. Your past is not stronger than my purpose. I do not open doors only for those who never cried, never failed, never doubted, never had to begin again. I open doors for the one who hears me and obeys. Right now, I am dealing with the hesitation in your heart. I am touching the place where fear has been pretending to be caution. I am touching the place where delay has been pretending to be discernment. Yes, there is a time to wait. Yes, there is a time to be still. But there is also a moment when stillness becomes avoidance, when waiting becomes disobedience, when asking for another sign becomes a way to avoid the step I already told you to take. My beloved child, I have been patient with your process, but do not let fear rename itself as wisdom. Do not keep asking me to confirm what I have already confirmed. Do not keep standing at the threshold saying, if this is really you, show me one more thing, while I am already holding the door open. The confirmation is not always more information. Sometimes the confirmation is the peace that remains when your flesh is afraid. Sometimes the confirmation is the repeated instruction that will not leave your spirit. Sometimes the confirmation is the closed door behind you and the quiet opening in front of you. This is your moment to obey in the measure I have given you. I am not asking you to understand the entire future today. I am asking you to obey the next instruction. I am not asking you to carry the whole assignment in your hands. I am asking you to take the step that proves you trust my voice. One step of obedience can break a cycle. One step of obedience can silence confusion. One step of obedience can position you where provision was assigned to meet you. So right now, let your heart answer me. Say, I will obey before I see everything. Say it with surrender. Say it with courage. Say it even if your knees feel weak. I will obey before I see everything. Heaven is listening. Your spirit is aligning. The door responds to obedience. My child, the next door is not waiting for your fear to feel ready. It is waiting for your faith to move. You do not need the whole room lit before you cross the threshold. You need my voice. You need my peace. You need my instruction. And when I speak, move. When I prompt, respond. When I open, step. The door opens for the one who obeys, before every detail is visible. Now, my child, receive the second key. Obedience will move your feet, but discernment must guide your steps. Because not every door that opens in front of you was opened by me. Not every invitation is an assignment. Not every opportunity is your breakthrough. Not every sudden opening is heaven saying yes. There are doors I open, and there are distractions the enemy dresses like doors. Listen carefully. Test the door. Watch the fruit. Guard your peace. The enemy knows you have been waiting. He knows you are tired of delay. He knows you are hungry for movement. He knows you have prayed for change, prayed for provision, prayed for connection, prayed for purpose, prayed for something to finally shift. And because he knows your hunger, he will sometimes send something that looks like an answer but carries a hidden chain. He will send a door that flatters your flesh but drains your spirit. He will send a door that promises speed but demands compromise. He will send a door that gives attention but steals peace. He will send a door that looks exciting from the outside, but once you step inside, it begins to pull you away from prayer, away from truth, away from your identity, away from me. My beloved child, this is why you must not run through the first thing that opens and call it breakthrough. Do not let desperation become your guide. Do not let weariness make decisions your spirit has not approved. Do not let impatience crown a distraction as destiny. I know you want movement, but movement without discernment can become another cycle. I know you want the door to open, but the wrong door can cost more than a closed one. The door I open may stretch you, but it will not require you to abandon your peace. It may challenge you, but it will not require you to surrender your integrity. It may make your faith grow, but it will not make your spirit shrink. It may ask you to step beyond comfort, but it will not demand that you become someone I never called you to be. My door will never require you to lie to keep it. My door will never require you to hide in shame to enter it. My door will never require you to silence truth, betray conviction, abandon prayer, or perform a version of yourself that I did not create. Yes, my child, a divine door can come with pressure. Do not misunderstand this. Peace does not always mean ease. Sometimes my door will make your knees tremble because it is bigger than your confidence. Sometimes my door will stretch your capacity because it is calling out what I placed inside you. Sometimes my door will require faith that feels uncomfortable to your flesh. But beneath the pressure, there will be holy peace. Beneath the unknown, there will be a quiet knowing. Beneath the trembling, there will be alignment. Your mind may say, "How will this work?" But your spirit will say, "God is in this." Watch for the signs of a divine door. It will align with purpose, not just appetite. It will agree with the deeper work I have already been doing in you. It will confirm what I have spoken before, not contradict the instruction I already gave. It will produce holy peace beneath the pressure. It will require faith, not compromise. It will call you higher without making you false. It will humble you, strengthen you, and draw you closer to me. It will make room for obedience. It will not make sin feel necessary. It will not make pride feel spiritual. It will not make confusion feel like wisdom. And now watch for the signs of a false door. A false door feeds pride. It makes you feel above correction, above prayer, above accountability, above the process I have used to shape you. A false door rushes you through fear. It says, "Hurry, decide now, do not pray, do not wait, do not ask, do not test this." A false door isolates you from wise counsel. It pulls you away from the people who can see clearly when your emotions are loud. A false door demands silence where truth should be spoken. It says, "Hide this, cover this, do not bring this into the light, do not ask too many questions." That is not my voice, my child. That is pressure, wearing the clothing of opportunity. Listen carefully. Test the door. Watch the fruit. Guard your peace. Do not be impressed only by size. Some distractions look large because the enemy knows you associate size with blessing. Do not be impressed only by speed. Some things move quickly because they are trying to outrun your discernment. Do not be impressed only by attention. Some applause is a trap for your identity. Do not be impressed only by access. Some rooms will open to you but require you to leave your conviction outside the door. If you have to lose yourself to enter, it is not the door I prepared for you. My child, ask me for discernment. Ask me before you agree. Ask me before you sign. Ask me before you commit your heart. Ask me before you share your vision with someone who has not been assigned to carry it carefully. Ask me before you call it destiny. Ask me before you call it breakthrough. I am not offended by your testing. I invited you to walk with wisdom. I am not trying to confuse you. I am trying to train you to recognize my hand. The enemy will try to make discernment feel like delay. He will whisper, if you hesitate, you will miss it. He will whisper, this is your only chance. He will whisper, nobody else will come. He will whisper, you cannot afford to test this. But my door does not need manipulation to remain open. What I have appointed will not require you to panic. What I have ordained will not demand that you betray peace to prove faith. When I am opening the door, I can confirm it. I can steady you. I can expose what is hidden. I can show you the difference between an assignment and a distraction. So guard your peace, my beloved child. Guard your prayer life. Guard your identity. Guard the word I have already spoken over you. Do not let a shiny door pull you away from a holy path. Do not let urgency silence wisdom. Do not let flattery replace confirmation. Do not let fear make you settle for what merely opened when I am leading you to what I ordained. Right now, let this be your prayer. Give me discernment for the door. Say it in your heart. Give me discernment for the door. I will not run through distraction. I will not mistake pressure for purpose. I will not call compromise favor. I will test the door. I will watch the fruit. I will guard my peace. Heaven is not only opening your next door, my child. Heaven is teaching you to recognize it, because the next door must be discerned. I open doors, but the enemy sends distractions. And in this season, you will know the difference. You will not be deceived. You will not be rushed. You will not be pulled out of alignment. You will hear my voice behind you and within you saying, this is the way, walk in it. Now, my child, the first door is beginning to move. I am speaking to the place where you have carried pressure in silence. I am speaking to the place where you counted what was left and wondered how it would be enough. I am speaking to the place where bills, responsibilities, work, resources, and daily needs have tried to weigh down your spirit. Hear me carefully. The door of provision is beginning to move. This is not only about money. This is not only about receiving more. This is about trust. This is about stewardship. This is about heaven placing something in your hands and knowing you will not waste it, worship it, fear losing it, or let it become your identity. I have watched you in the season of strain. I have watched you stretch what others would have thrown away. I have watched you pray over small amounts. I have watched you give when it was not convenient. I have watched you keep going when the numbers did not seem to agree with the promise. My beloved child, your financial pressure was not invisible to me. I saw the moments when you had to choose carefully. I saw the times when you smiled in front of others while carrying concern in your heart. I saw the shame the enemy tried to place on you because of past decisions, missed chances, delayed payments, closed accounts, lost work, unstable income, and seasons where you did not know what would happen next. But I did not abandon you there. I was teaching you dependence. I was building endurance. I was training your hands for stewardship. I was showing you that your source was never the system, never the employer, never the account, never the person, never the opportunity. I am your source. You thought the waiting season was only a season of lack, but I was doing more than you understood. I was removing fear from your relationship with provision. I was exposing where scarcity had been speaking louder than faith. I was teaching you not to bow to panic. I was teaching you to ask me before you spend, before you commit, before you borrow, before you agree, before you make fear-based decisions that create heavier burdens later. You were not just surviving. You were being trained. And now I am telling you, the door is beginning to move. Watch for it. It may come through work. It may come through a job you did not expect to open. It may come through a contract, a client, a restored opportunity, a new assignment, a debt being relieved, an unexpected amount, a refund, a gift, support from someone moved by my hand, favor with the right person, or an idea that suddenly carries grace. Do not limit how I can provide. Do not decide in advance what my answer must look like. I can open one door and cause many streams to follow. There is a provision assigned to your obedience. There is a resource connected to your next step. There is help connected to your alignment. There are people I have already prepared to recognize what I placed on you. There are rooms where your name can be mentioned at the right time. There are decisions being made that you cannot see. There are conversations happening behind doors you have not entered yet. While you were praying, I was arranging. While you were waiting, I was moving. While you were wondering how, I was preparing who. But listen carefully, my child. When provision begins to come, do not return to old fear. Do not let relief turn into careless spending. Do not let one open door make you forget the lessons of the wilderness. Do not spend from panic. Do not give from pressure. Do not hoard from fear. Do not let the enemy push you into proving something to people who never understood the season you survived. Provision is not being released so you can perform comfort. Provision is being released so you can fulfill assignment. I am not only increasing what comes to you, I am increasing what can flow through you. I am not only opening a door so your burden becomes lighter, I am opening a door so your hands become faithful. I can trust the one who remembers me when the account changes. I can trust the one who asks me before making decisions. I can trust the one who honors wisdom, pays attention, repairs what was neglected, gives with discernment, saves with discipline, and walks humbly when favor arrives. Right now, if you are believing for my supply, if you are standing at this provision door with faith in your heart, write these words as your agreement. Provision is opening. This is not just a comment. This is your witness that you believe I am your source. Provision is opening, not because fear said so, not because pressure demanded it, not because the enemy allowed it, because heaven has appointed a door, and I am beginning to move what was stuck. The enemy will try to attack this moment. He will whisper scarcity the moment provision starts. He will say, "It will not last." He will say, "You will lose it again." He will remind you of mistakes I have already forgiven. He will bring shame from former seasons and try to make you feel unworthy of help. He will tempt you to speak lack over the very door I am opening. Do not agree with him. Do not say, "Nothing ever works for me." Do not say, "I am always struggling." Do not say, "I will never recover." Guard your mouth. Guard your expectation. Guard your decisions. My child, your past financial mistakes are not stronger than my mercy. Your delays are not stronger than my timing. Your lack is not stronger than my provision. I can restore dignity. I can rebuild stability. I can teach you how to manage what once overwhelmed you. I can send wisdom with the resource. I can send discipline with the increase. I can send peace where panic used to rule. So stand ready. Prepare your hands. Prepare your heart. Prepare your habits. When the door opens, do not treat provision as luck. Do not dismiss favor as coincidence. Do not waste what was assigned. Receive with gratitude. Manage with wisdom. Move with obedience. The door of provision is not only about receiving more, it is about being trusted with what I am releasing. And I am telling you now, my beloved child, provision is beginning to move. And now, my child, the second door is unlocking. You have heard me speak over provision, but I am not only moving resources, I am moving people. I am not only opening what will supply you, I am opening who will stand with you, recognize you, strengthen you, guide you, and walk with you into the next place. Because there are doors that do not open through money. There are doors that open through divine connection. Listen carefully. Some answers are carried in people. Some confirmations come through a conversation. Some opportunities are hidden inside an introduction. Some healing begins when the right person finally sees what others ignored. Some doors swing open because I place your name in the heart of someone assigned to help you. This is why you must not close your heart because the wrong people wounded you. This is why you must not reject the new because the old betrayed you. This is why you must not let disappointment teach you to live in permanent isolation. My beloved child, I saw the loneliness. I saw the nights when you felt surrounded by people and still unseen. I saw the moments when you gave your heart, your time, your loyalty, your prayers, your help, and your patience, and what came back was silence, betrayal, abandonment, or use. I saw when they misunderstood you. I saw when they left without explanation. I saw when they only came close because they needed something. I saw when your kindness was treated like weakness. I saw when your presence was taken for granted. I saw when you wondered, who is truly for me? But hear me now. Your isolation was not always punishment. Some of it was protection. Some of it was preparation. Some of it was me removing voices that would have drained the oil you needed for this season. Some of it was me separating you from people who could sit with your pain but not walk with your purpose. Some of it was me closing access to those who loved your availability but resisted your growth. You thought you were being rejected, but in many moments, I was hiding you. I was preserving you. I was teaching you to hear my voice without the noise of people who did not carry my heart for you. Now the door of divine connection is unlocking. I am separating you from draining voices. I am breaking unhealthy attachments. I am loosening the grip of relationships that kept pulling you backward. I am removing the need to chase people I already removed. I am healing the part of you that thought being chosen by them was the same as being loved by me. My child, stop chasing those I separated. Stop begging for a seat at tables where your spirit was starving. Stop reaching back for people who only recognize you when you are useful, wounded, silent, or small. I am aligning you with helpers. I am aligning you with mentors. I am aligning you with friends who carry peace. I am aligning you with partners who understand assignment. I am aligning you with covenant connections who do not compete with your calling, do not mock your faith, do not drain your strength, and do not disappear when obedience becomes costly. These are not casual connections. These are appointed connections. These are people who will help you see clearly, pray sincerely, speak truthfully, and walk steadily. Do not expect every divine connection to arrive dramatically. Sometimes the door begins with one conversation, one message, one introduction, one name mentioned at the right time, one person remembering you, one person saying, "I thought of you," one person opening access, one person giving counsel that saves you from confusion, one restored relationship that I healed in the hidden place, one unexpected kindness that confirms you are not forgotten. Do not despise the small beginning. Do not dismiss a gentle opening because it does not look spectacular. Heaven often moves quietly before the full door swings wide. Right now, I am dealing with your fear of connection. I am touching the wound that says, "If I open my heart, I will be hurt again." I am touching the memory that says, "People always leave." I am touching the disappointment that says, "No one can be trusted." My child, wisdom is good, but walls are not the same as wisdom. Discernment is holy, but suspicion is not discernment. I am not asking you to give everyone access. I am asking you to remain open to the people I am sending. Pray for discernment. Ask me who is assigned and who is a distraction. Ask me who is safe and who is familiar chaos. Ask me who carries peace and who carries confusion. Ask me before you reconnect. Ask me before you open old doors. Ask me before you call loneliness a sign to return to what I delivered you from. The enemy knows connection is part of your next door, so he will try to send counterfeit affection before true connection arrives. He will send old distractions. He will send familiar voices. He will send people who know the old version of you and want access to the part of you I have been healing. Do not be pulled back. Do not confuse history with covenant. Do not confuse chemistry with assignment. Do not confuse attention with love. Do not confuse apology with transformation. Watch the fruit. Guard your peace. Test the door. A true connection will not require you to shrink from obedience. A true connection will not pull you away from prayer. A true connection will not make you feel ashamed of your growth. A true connection will strengthen what I am building in you. My beloved child, I am sending people who can recognize what others overlooked. I am sending people who will not be intimidated by your healing. I am sending people who can speak into your life without controlling it. I am sending people who know how to walk beside you without needing to own you. I am sending people who will help carry the weight of the assignment, not add unnecessary heaviness to your soul. So right now, let your heart come into agreement. Say these words. Divine connection is unlocking. Say it with faith. Divine connection. This is your agreement that you will stop chasing what I removed and stay open to what I am sending. You will not let betrayal become your identity. You will not let loneliness become your prison. You will not let the enemy use old pain to block new alignment. The next door may open through a person I have already assigned to your path. Someone will recognize, someone will help, someone will confirm, someone will walk with you. And when they come, do not call it coincidence. Do not sabotage it with fear. Do not reject it because it arrives quietly. Receive with wisdom. Walk with discernment. Stay in prayer. The door of divine connection is unlocking, and you will not miss the people I have appointed for this season. And now, my child, the third door is opening wider than before. I have spoken to you about provision. I have spoken to you about divine connection. But now, I am speaking to the deepest place in you, the place that has wondered, why am I still here? Why did I survive what should have broken me? Why do I carry gifts that have not yet found their room? Why do I feel something inside me reaching for more, but the door has not opened the way I thought it would? Listen carefully. This is the door of purpose. This is not just another opportunity. This is not just another chance to be seen. This is not just another place to work, speak, build, serve, create, lead, help, or begin again. This is an entrance into what I preserved you for. This is the door that explains why the enemy fought you so hard. This is the door that explains why you could not quit even when you were tired. This is the door that explains why certain places rejected you, certain people overlooked you, and certain seasons kept you hidden longer than you expected. My beloved child, you have felt stuck, but you were not forgotten. You have felt underused, but you were not unused by me. You have felt overlooked, but heaven never lost sight of you. You have wondered why your gifts did not fit in rooms where others seemed to rise quickly. You have wondered why your voice was ignored, why your ideas were dismissed, why your heart was not valued, why your labor was unseen, why your obedience seemed to produce more waiting. But I am telling you right now, I did not waste the hidden years. I did not waste the tears. I did not waste the rejection. I did not waste the silence. I did not waste the years when you served without applause. I did not waste the season when you were faithful with small things, while your heart carried a larger vision. I did not waste the moments when people could not recognize what I placed inside you. I was training you. I was refining you. I was strengthening what could not be built in public. I was teaching you how to stand when no one clapped, how to obey when no one understood, how to keep your heart clean when people misjudged you, how to carry oil without needing a spotlight. Your purpose is not fame alone. Hear me, my child. Do not let the world teach you that purpose only matters when people are watching. Purpose is service. Purpose is obedience. Purpose is responsibility. Purpose is carrying light into dark places. Purpose is carrying wisdom into confusion. Purpose is carrying healing into wounded spaces. Purpose is carrying faith into rooms where fear has been speaking too loudly. Purpose is becoming trustworthy with what I placed inside you, not performing for the approval of people who cannot give you identity. I am opening this door because there are places that need what I have built in you. There are people who will be helped by what you survived. There are conversations where your words will bring clarity. There are assignments where your compassion will become medicine. There are rooms where your presence will shift the atmosphere because you did not let bitterness take root. There are lives connected to your yes. There are answers hidden inside your obedience. There is light in you that was not given to be buried under fear. My child, your purpose is not buried. It is being unlocked. Say that again in your spirit. My purpose is not buried. It is being unlocked. This is not just a phrase. This is your agreement with heaven that you will stop calling yourself late. You will stop calling yourself disqualified. You will stop calling yourself forgotten. You will stop measuring your calling by the timeline of someone else. You will stop letting the enemy use delay to convince you that destiny has passed you by. You are not behind. You are being positioned. You are not disqualified. You are being purified. You are not forgotten. You are marked. You are chosen. You are preserved. I kept you when the enemy wanted to destroy your confidence. I kept you when disappointment tried to silence your voice. I kept you when rejection tried to make you hide your gifts. I kept you when failure tried to rename you. I kept you when shame tried to bury the very thing I intended to use. Do not despise your preparation. The room behind the next door requires a version of you that has been healed in hidden places. The assignment behind the next door requires discernment, humility, courage, endurance, and obedience. If I had opened it sooner, you might have entered with wounds still leading you. You might have tried to prove yourself instead of serve. You might have chased validation instead of carrying my presence. You might have used the door to heal your insecurity instead of using the door to bless others. But now I have been teaching you. Now I have been steadying you. Now I have been showing you who you are without applause. The enemy has tried to make you bury your gift because he fears what happens when you use it with healing. He does not only fear your talent, he fears your surrendered talent. He fears your voice when it is no longer controlled by fear. He fears your compassion when it is no longer chained to people-pleasing. He fears your wisdom when it has passed through pain and still carries love. He fears your obedience because obedience opens doors he cannot lock. So right now, stand in agreement with this word. Say, my purpose is being unlocked. Say it with faith. My purpose is being unlocked. I will not hide what God gave me. I will not shrink from the assignment. I will not call my preparation a waste. I will not let fear make me bury what heaven placed in my hands. The next door is opening wider than before, because this time you are not walking through it just to receive. You are walking through it to carry. You are walking through it to serve. You are walking through it to build. You are walking through it to become a vessel of light in the place I send you. Do not look back at the closed rooms and call them evidence that you were not chosen. Those rooms were not your final place. Those rejections were not your final word. Those delays were not denial. I was preserving you for a door that could hold the weight of your purpose. Move with humility. Move with courage. Move with prayer. When the door opens, do not ask only, what can I gain? Ask, who can I help? What can I carry? Where must I obey? What light must I bring into this place? Because the next door is not merely an opportunity, my beloved child. It is an entrance into the purpose I preserved you for. Your purpose is not buried, it is being unlocked. And what I have placed inside you will finally find the room where it can breathe. And now, my child, listen carefully, because after a door begins to open, the enemy does not stay silent. After provision begins to move, after divine connection begins to unlock, after purpose begins to breathe again, there is often a shaking at the threshold. Do not be surprised by this. Do not misread this. Do not call resistance proof that I have changed my mind. Resistance at the threshold is not proof that the door is closed. Many times, it is proof that the door matters. The enemy attacks hardest when you are close to stepping into what he could not stop me from preparing. He does not fight empty rooms. He does not rage against doors with nothing behind them. He does not send confusion, fear, pressure, and distraction for no reason. If there were nothing assigned to your obedience, he would not be trying so hard to pull your eyes backward. If there were nothing waiting on the other side, he would not be trying to make you quit right before you cross over. So, when sudden discouragement comes, do not bow to it. When an argument rises out of nowhere, do not let it steal your peace. When fear begins speaking loudly, do not let it become your leader. When confusion tries to cover what I already made clear, come back to my voice. When tiredness settles on you and says, you cannot keep going, remember that I am strength for the weary. When old habits call your name, do not answer like the old you. When people question what I told you, do not surrender your obedience to their uncertainty. My beloved child, the threshold is a place of decision. It is the narrow space between what was and what will be. It is the place where the closed door is behind you, but the next room is not yet fully familiar. This is why the enemy tries to make the old season look safe again. This is why he tries to make fear feel like wisdom. This is why he whispers, maybe you heard wrong. Maybe you are not ready. Maybe this will fail. Maybe nothing is really changing. Maybe you should go back to what you know. Do not agree with him. Do not come into covenant with fear. Do not let your mouth repeat what the enemy is whispering. Guard your mouth. Guard your focus. Guard your faith. This is not the hour to speak defeat over an open door. This is not the hour to curse your own promise with careless words. This is not the hour to say, nothing ever works for me. This is not the hour to say, I always lose. This is not the hour to say, I cannot do this. Say what agrees with heaven. Say, I am covered. Say, I am guided. Say, I will obey. Say, the door God opened cannot be shut by fear. Stay in prayer. Stay in peace. Stay in obedience. Stay in gratitude. Stay in expectation. When you feel pressure rising, pray before you react. When you feel offense rising, pause before you speak. When you feel fear rising, remember who is holding the door. I am not asking you to fight in your own strength. I am not asking you to understand every movement in the unseen realm. I am asking you to remain steady while I defend what I have opened. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No curse spoken against your life will take root. No trap set in secret will cancel what I have ordained. No voice of accusation will be stronger than my voice of mercy. No spirit of confusion will be stronger than my peace. No attack at the threshold will have the final word over the door I have opened. I am your defender. I am your protector. I am your guide. I am the one who goes before you, the one who stands beside you, and the one who holds you when your strength feels small. The enemy may try to send people to question your faith. He may send familiar voices to pull you back into old patterns. He may stir up sudden conflict to drain your energy. He may bring memories of failure to make you doubt your future. He may tempt you to numb yourself, isolate yourself, over-explain yourself, or run from the very door you prayed for. But hear me, my child. You are not the same person who used to collapse under these attacks. You are not the same person who obeyed every anxious thought. You are not the same person who let one hard day convince you that the promise was dead. You have been trained in the hidden place. You have been strengthened in the waiting. You have been refined through the closed doors. You have been taught to recognize my voice. So do not hand your discernment to panic. Do not hand your future to temporary emotions. Do not hand your obedience to people who were not present when I spoke to you in secret. Right now, I am placing a shield around your mind. I am placing peace around your heart. I am placing wisdom over your decisions. I am placing strength in your steps. The enemy can make noise, but he cannot become your God. Fear can speak, but it cannot lead you unless you follow it. Confusion can rise, but it cannot cancel what I have commanded. The door is still open. The promise is still alive. The assignment is still calling. So stand at the threshold with courage. Breathe again. Lift your head. Do not run from resistance. Walk through it with prayer. Walk through it with peace. Walk through it with obedience. The attack did not come to announce your defeat. It came because heaven has opened something the enemy wanted locked. But I am holding the door, my beloved child. I am holding it open. And what I open, no darkness has the authority to close. And now, my child, I need you to become watchful, not fearful, not anxious, not desperate. Watchful, because over the next 72 hours, the first signs of this open door will begin to move around you. Some of them will be quiet. Some of them will be small. Some of them will come in a way you did not expect. But do not despise the first movement because it does not yet look like the full breakthrough. Heaven often sends a signal before the door swings wide. Listen carefully. Within the next 72 hours, watch for confirmations. Watch for conversations. Watch for shifts. Watch for peace where there used to be pressure. Watch for a message, an email, a phone call, a name coming back to your mind, a person reaching out, a repeated phrase, a reopened opportunity, a sudden solution, a financial movement, or a door you thought was finished beginning to move again. Watch for something that aligns with what you have prayed. Watch for something that agrees with peace. Watch for something that calls you forward into obedience, not backward into confusion. My beloved child, do not call everything coincidence. Do not dismiss what I send because it arrives in ordinary clothing. Sometimes the sign is not thunder. Sometimes the sign is a sentence. Sometimes the sign is not a dramatic miracle in front of a crowd. Sometimes the sign is one person saying the exact thing you prayed about in secret. Sometimes the sign is an unexpected calm in your spirit when the decision is still unfinished. Sometimes the sign is one small opening after many closed doors. Sometimes the sign is a burden lifting, a thought becoming clear, a resource appearing, or a conversation confirming what I already whispered to you. But hear me, watchfulness is not manipulation. Do not force the door. Do not push people to say what you want them to say. Do not chase signs until your peace disappears. Do not panic if the first hour is quiet. Do not manufacture evidence because you are afraid to wait. Stay steady, stay clean, stay prayerful, stay awake in your spirit. If I open it, you will not have to break it. If I appoint it, you will not have to beg it. If I send it, it will carry my peace. The enemy wants you to mishandle this window. He wants you to become frantic. He wants you to speak fear. He wants you to check every moment with suspicion. He wants you to turn watchfulness into worry. But I am not calling you into worry. I am calling you into attention. There is a difference. Worry says, what if nothing happens? Faith says, I will watch for what God is doing. Worry tries to control the outcome. Faith stays ready to obey the instruction. Worry speaks death before the door opens. Faith speaks life while the door is moving. So for the next 72 hours, guard your mouth. Do not say, nothing ever changes. Do not say, this will not happen for me. Do not say, I always miss my moment. Do not say, maybe God forgot me. Your words matter at the threshold. Speak life over your home. Speak life over your mind. Speak life over your provision. Speak life over your connections. Speak life over your purpose. Say, I am ready. Say, I am watching. Say, I will obey. Say, the door is opening, and I will recognize what God is doing. Keep your heart clean. Do not let offense blind you to the answer. Do not let bitterness make you reject the person I send. Do not let fear make you run from the instruction. Do not let pride make you ignore correction. Do not let impatience make you step outside of peace. My child, the open door is not only about what I release, it is also about how you respond. If I give an instruction, obey quickly. If I give a warning, listen carefully. If I give peace, move with confidence. If I tell you to wait, wait without complaining. If I tell you to act, act without needing every detail first. Write down what happens. Yes, my child, remember it. Write the conversation. Write the date. Write the phrase that repeated. Write the unexpected call. Write the door that moved. Write the peace that came over you. Write the small sign before the big breakthrough, because there will be a moment ahead when the enemy tries to make you doubt what I started, and your memory will become a weapon. You will look back and say, no, God was speaking. God was moving. God was confirming. God was opening the door before I could see the whole room. The first signs may arrive quietly, but they will not be empty. They will carry weight in your spirit. They will agree with prayer. They will produce peace, clarity, courage, and obedience. They will not pull you into sin. They will not drag you back into bondage. They will not require you to abandon wisdom. A true sign from me will draw you closer to my voice, not farther from it. So watch, my beloved child. Watch with faith. Watch with a clean heart. Watch without forcing. Watch without fear. Watch without calling. The small beginning, meaningless. The next 72 hours are not for panic. They are for attention. They are for alignment. They are for readiness. I am already moving in ways you cannot see, and soon you will recognize the first evidence. The door is opening quietly before it opens fully. Stay awake. Stay obedient. Stay in peace. I am guiding your steps, and you will not miss what I am placing before you. And now, my beloved child, we have come to the threshold decision. The door is opening. The signs are moving. The old season is behind you. The next room is before you. But the open door becomes transformation only when you step through it in faith. It is not enough to stand near the door. It is not enough to talk about the door. It is not enough to pray for the door and then refuse to move when I open it. Right now, I am asking you to choose. Will you stay where fear is familiar, or will you follow me where faith is required? Will you remain attached to what drained you because it feels known, or will you trust me in the place you have never walked before? Will you keep holding the closed door with one hand while asking me to open the next with the other? My child, you cannot enter the new room while your heart is still kneeling in the old one. Do not look back with longing at what I delivered you from. Do not turn the old pain into a home just because you understand its walls. Do not romanticize the season that broke your peace. Do not run back to the place where you had to shrink, beg, explain, survive, and silence what I placed inside you. The enemy wants you to believe that familiar bondage is safer than unfamiliar obedience. But I am telling you right now, the next door will require courage, but it will also carry grace. Leave shame at the threshold. Leave the delay mindset at the threshold. Leave comparison at the threshold. Leave bitterness at the threshold. Leave unbelief at the threshold. Leave the need for everyone to understand what I am doing at the threshold. You do not need every person to approve the move of God for the move of God to be real. You do not need every voice to validate your obedience for your obedience to be holy. Some people will not understand why you are moving differently. Some people will not understand why you are no longer available for old cycles. Some people will not understand why your peace has become more important than proving yourself. Let them misunderstand, my child. Follow me, anyway. You cannot carry old language into a new room. Hear me carefully. Stop saying you are stuck. Stop saying you are forgotten. Stop saying you are cursed. Stop saying you are abandoned. Stop saying you are too late. Stop saying nothing ever opens for you. Stop saying every door closes in your face. Stop using your mouth to build a prison around the promise I am releasing. Your words must agree with the door, not with the delay. Your words must agree with heaven, not with fear. Say, I am not stuck. I am being led. Say, I am not forgotten. I am remembered by God. Say, I am not cursed. I am covered. Say, I am not abandoned. I am guided. Say, I am not too late. I am on time for what heaven appointed. This is not empty speech. This is alignment. This is your spirit refusing to partner with the enemy's report. This is your mouth coming into agreement with the open door. My child, stepping through does not mean you will know everything. It means you trust the one who called you. Stepping through does not mean every feeling will be calm. It means obedience becomes stronger than fear. Stepping through does not mean every person will clap. It means you no longer need applause to obey. Stepping through does not mean the path will never challenge you. It means you believe my presence is enough for the path. Choose obedience, choose peace, choose courage, choose alignment, choose the open door, choose to stop rehearsing what happened and start responding to what I am doing. Choose to stop asking the old season for permission to enter the new one. Choose to stop letting disappointment interpret your future. Choose to stop standing in the doorway waiting for fear to disappear before you move. Faith does not wait until fear is silent. Faith moves because my voice is greater. Right now, make this covenant in your heart. I will step through. I will not look back. I will not carry shame into the place God prepared. I will not carry bitterness into the room of blessing. I will not carry unbelief into the doorway of purpose. I will not shrink from the assignment. I will not run from the connection. I will not reject the provision. I will not sabotage the open door because the closed door wounded me. The next step may be simple. It may be one call, one application, one apology, one conversation, one yes, one no, one act of surrender, one moment of courage, one decision to stop delaying what I already told you to do. Do not despise the first step because it looks small. A door is crossed one step at a time. Your obedience may begin quietly, but it will carry weight in the spirit. I am not calling you to panic. I am calling you to move in peace. I am not calling you to force. I am calling you to obey. I am not calling you to prove yourself. I am calling you to trust me. The door is not opening so you can perform. The door is opening so you can become, carry, serve, receive, and walk in what I prepared before you understood the timing. So lift your head, my beloved child, square your shoulders in faith, release what closed, bless what taught you, leave what cannot come with you. The threshold is not your home. The doorway is not your final place. You were not brought this far to stand outside what I opened. Step through without looking back. And now, stay with me, because the next words are not ordinary words. The next words will seal this message in faith and surrender. We are going to pray at the open door. We are going to place your fear, your past, your questions, your obedience, and your future before me. Do not rush away now. Do not let distraction pull you away now. This is the moment where your heart says yes, where your spirit agrees, where your readiness becomes surrender. Stay in this place. Breathe. Listen. The door is open, and now your faith must step through. My beloved child, come close now. Let your heart become still before me. Do not rush this prayer. Do not treat this moment like ordinary words. This is where warning becomes surrender. This is where instruction becomes covenant. This is where your spirit says, I am ready for the door heaven has opened. Breathe deeply. Release the fear. Release the pressure. Release the need to understand everything before you obey. Right now, stand before the open door with clean hands, a surrendered heart, and a willing spirit. Father, in this holy moment, I bring this beloved child before you. Open the right door. Open the door that carries your peace, your timing, your purpose, and your protection. Open the door that no enemy can shut. Open the door that agrees with heaven, not with fear. And close every false door. Close every door that looks attractive but leads to confusion. Close every door sent to distract, delay, drain, deceive, or pull this child away from obedience. Let every counterfeit opportunity lose its power. Let every trap be exposed. Let every voice that does not carry your wisdom become quiet. Sharpen discernment right now. Let this child recognize what is from you and what is not. Let peace become clear. Let warning become clear. Let instruction become clear. Let timing become clear. Remove spiritual blindness. Remove emotional confusion. Remove the fear that makes a false door look safe. Remove the desperation that makes any open door look like your door. My child, I pray that you will not be fooled by glitter when God is offering glory. You will not chase noise when God is speaking in peace. You will not run toward pressure when God is leading with wisdom. Strengthen obedience. Strengthen the yes in this child's spirit. Strengthen the courage to move before every detail appears. Strengthen the faith to step when heaven says step. Strengthen the humility to wait when heaven says wait. Let obedience become stronger than fear. Let surrender become stronger than pride. Let trust become stronger than the need for control. Protect this child from distraction. Protect their mind. Protect their heart. Protect their focus. Protect their peace. Every assignment of the enemy against this threshold is broken. Every voice of delay is silenced. Every spirit of confusion is defeated by the peace of God. And now I pray over provision. Let the door of provision move with wisdom. Release favor, but also release stewardship. Release opportunities, but also release discipline. Release increase, but also release understanding. Teach this child how to carry what is coming. Teach them how to manage, how to save, how to give, how to build, how to break cycles, how to walk in peace without being ruled by financial fear. Let debt begin to lose its grip. Let pressure begin to lift. Let unexpected help arrive at the appointed time. Let resources meet assignment. Let doors open for work, ideas, contracts, solutions, creativity, and righteous increase. Bring peace into the place where money has caused anxiety. Bring order into the place where pressure has been speaking loudly. My child, you are not abandoned in provision. You are being taught to receive and steward what heaven releases. I pray over relationships. Remove counterfeit connections. Remove people who smile at the door but carry confusion into the room. Remove those assigned to drain, manipulate, flatter, delay, or pull this child back into old cycles. Heal betrayal wounds. Heal the places where trust was broken. Heal the places where rejection made the heart guarded. Heal the places where abandonment taught this child to expect disappointment. Restore healthy community. Restore godly friendship. Restore wise counsel. Restore safe connection. Send divine helpers at the appointed time. Send people who recognize what you placed inside this child. Send people who open doors without controlling them. Send people who pray, encourage, correct with love, walk with integrity, and carry peace. Let this child discern who is assigned, who is seasonal, and who must be released. I pray over purpose. Awaken dormant gifts. Awaken the voice that fear tried to silence. Awaken the courage that disappointment buried. Awaken the creativity, the wisdom, the compassion, the leadership, the service, the vision, and the obedience that have been waiting for the appointed door. Remove fear of visibility. Remove the shame that says, hide. Remove the lie that says, you are not ready. Remove the memory of failure that keeps trying to become a prophecy over the future. Position this child where obedience will matter. Position them in the room, the work, the assignment, the connection, the place, and the season where what you built in them can finally breathe. Let their life carry light. Let their yes carry weight. Let their obedience become a blessing to others. Now, my beloved child, repeat this in your heart. Say it with faith. The right door is opening. I will not miss my moment. I will obey God. I will walk in faith. Say it again. The right door is opening. I will not miss my moment. I will obey God. I will walk in faith. One more time, not as empty words but as covenant. The right door is opening. I will not miss my moment. I will obey God. I will walk in faith. This prayer is sealed in surrender. Your fear is not your leader. Your past is not your prison. Your delay is not your identity. Your closed door is not your final word. You are blessed. You are covered. You are guided. You are protected. You are prepared. Heaven has not brought you to the threshold to abandon you there. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward with discernment. Walk forward with obedience. The door is open, my child. What heaven has opened, step into it with faith. Before you leave this threshold, my beloved child, make your declaration. Do not leave silently. Do not let this moment pass without letting your faith answer what heaven has spoken. This is not just a comment. This is your public agreement with the door I am opening. This is your covenant of readiness. This is your spirit saying, I heard the instruction, I received the prayer, and I will not stand outside what God has prepared. Right now, go to the comments and write these words. The next door is opening, and I will not miss my moment. Write it with faith. Write it with expectation. Write it as a line drawn between the season that closed and the season that is opening. The next door is opening, and I will not miss my moment. Let heaven see your agreement. Let fear hear your decision. Let the enemy know you are not turning back. And if you need prayer, leave your request there too. If you need discernment, write it. If you need provision, write it. If you need courage to step forward, write it. If your heart is still healing from a closed door, write it. If you are asking for confirmation about your next step, write it. You are not standing at this threshold alone. There are prayers rising for you. There is grace covering you. There is wisdom being released over your next decision. Share this message with one person standing at a crossroads. Do not overthink who it is. The name that came to your heart may not be random. They may be praying for direction right now. They may be grieving a closed door right now. They may be afraid to obey right now. Send it to them, because this message may help them recognize the door I am opening before the moment passes. Like this video, if you are standing in agreement with the prayer, let it be your sign of faith, your yes, your agreement that the right door is opening and you are ready to walk through it. Subscribe and stay connected for more timely messages about divine direction, protection, and breakthrough, because I am still speaking, still guiding, still opening what no one can close. Go now in peace, my child. The door is opening. Walk through it with faith.